Get lost, kid. The Great Mel answers to no one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, the ghost with the most. Dick Dastardly. He's dead. Weep. Mourn his corpse. Today, swear to fucking Christ, you better show up. Yeah, I feel like it should be easier to get the link of the stream you're supposed to be doing at the moment. Oh, fuck. Alright. That's advertised on that silly Discord I'm a part of. Now I just have to join the chat on my phone. Boy, pre-stream sure is fun. I really shouldn't have my mic on for this. But oh well, nobody cares. Share. No, not that share. Even though Scooby does meet Cher in a later episode. With Mr. Cher right next to her. Apex. Apex of Ape Man is a pretty good pun. Alright. How does she look? Yeah, pretty empty. That's to be expected. Anyone who watches the videos of these won't even get that treatment anyways, so what do I care? Let's see, I suppose the easiest way to do this would be to plug my phone into my computer via the internet, reroute it through the Pentagon, and then it'll come out here on my end and give me power. I'm sure that's how it works. Alright, charging. Want me to watch my own video, bastards? This really is not the best website to be streaming on. Alright, now that I'm here, I can get started. Welcome, ghouls and ghoul friends. I am your host, Vincent Van Ghoul. See, it's completely different to Vincent Van Ghoul. Because it has the letter R. Ah! Ha 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 ha! And today we're watching some more Scooby-Doo. Welcome, welcome, schmelcome. Today we're starting with the episode Never Ape and Ape Man, Season 1, Episode 7. You know, my order's probably going to get messed up at some point because Spooky Space Kook and the ape no, not the ape. The pirate. Pirates are completely different than apes. The pirate episode, Go Away Ghost Ship, are often confused on my end. Same with the Caveman episode, Scooby's Night with the Frozen Fright, and Jeepers It's the Creeper. And I don't know why I think they're out of orders. I just have them out of order. And that's just a consequence of mine. Better turn off these lights. Because obviously these are very serious streams, even though I say I'm an expert on the field. Which I am. I just like to hang back and watch something I like. And potentially other people like it too. Alright. I'm going to begin the countdown now. On the invisible go/the snap. 3, 2, 1. Now this is a unique episode in the way that it starts off not with the villain at any point, but with the gang. Same thing happened in Decoy for a Dog Napper. You know, the editing on these videos sounds really weird. Because I take such long pauses between my sentences. So yes, the chiller does in fact contain the ape man, but it contains the gang first, which is rather odd for early Scooby-Doo. Rude. When does he wear a watch? Well, for jokes, obviously. Daphne's grandparents must have been Catholic, because she has a million uncles. Either that or they just make up an uncle for them to be somewhat related to the plot and the gang, so they have a reason to be there instead of just breaking down at the site of the crime like they do every other time possible. Candy Mint, an Ace Attorney girl's name. Also, don't complain if the voice-o-vision on the screen is different than normal, because I don't remember the settings. I didn't write them down, and I don't care. You know, what he's doing isn't that much different in practice than jumping on the bridge trying to spill it. Like, what's the safety precautions here? We have a rare moment of Scooby-Doo bravery, which I believe is spurred on by the hot woman. That doesn't really seem like it'd be that effective, but alright. Yes, he's quite out of character in this opening bit. And it really makes the ape man look like a real pissant. And he falls to his death right away. The episode's over. I don't even need to continue. Alright, so next episode we have Foul Play in Funland. Nah, that's a joke. Oh yeah, they keep making up these fake famous dogs because they can't get the rights to Lassie. I'm a very irresponsible adult. He takes full bites to chatter his teeth. You gotta be real careful with Scooby-Doo saying the word ape man. I often wonder how quickly the ape man was able to get back. I mean, spoilers, the ape man is the stunt man. He doesn't know what the ape man is despite playing an ape man in the film. And he knows the old legend. He's just playing dumb, obviously. Thank you, Southern accent, Daphne. I wonder how fast he could have moved from the bottom of that ravine into his trailer and locked himself into the cupboard slash the trunk so quickly. Yeah, even they're not afraid. Not even Hank was scared. I like this shot. It's very relatable as a lounging person of young age. No, I don't get it. Souks! You can't be serious. I love Zoinks at home and the non-standard Zoinks. Zoink and Zooks. Mm, they are my original characters. Do not steal. That's not the first time she's said that. They didn't draw any claw marks. They do say a lot of the dialogue is very descriptive of the scene, so that people with lousier televisions back in the day could interpret what's going on. Scooby-Doo, I suppose, would make an okay radio play, because they do say these things. And I believe it is based on radio plays as well, along with Famous Five and Archie and a bunch of other similar things, Hardy Boys. There was I don't remember the name of the teleplay. I wonder if there's a correlation between the frequency of the monster showing up and how scary the episode is. Because in so many episodes, the monster is just in so many scenes. You see their face so much that you can't possibly take them seriously because they keep getting jobbed out to goddamn Shaggy and Scooby. Well, that was an okay animation of Shaggy dismantling an ape man stuffed dummy. First time that sentence has ever been uttered. I don't know how to read. You snarky bitch. This scene is kind of spooky, but it's also the silly mirror bit. I think it's the music that really does it in for me. Because they're not playing goofy music at this point. It's the scary music that they're playing right now. That was an effective scare, I'll say. In my book, this episode does have a lot of good scare moments. If only they had a better villain aside from somebody in a goddamn gorilla suit. One of the most comical things of all time. After him, stands still. What? Hmm. That was a substandard midpoint twist. Savage. Velma was always sort of a savage. Hello, fellow children. He's like a pod person now. Don't trust that Freddy. Trap obsessed Freddy. Maybe it is him. What the hell sort of mechanics lifted that stairs? The ape man read the script, though. What? I was going to say this is the first occurrence of human bait, or live bait, for the monster, but it wasn't even true, because it happened last episode. It didn't happen in 5. It didn't happen in 4. Didn't happen in 3. It happened in 2, where Scooby-Doo went out to lure out the Phantom, but he was dressed as a person. Why they couldn't just have Shaggy do it? What were the other members of the gang doing? They were just completely useless. I suppose they chose Scooby because he's the fastest. They don't even get to eat those. They didn't want to animate it. It's definitely not the sound of your lips being animated. Yeah, you'll notice the spider webs covering the other ones. A subtle clue if it weren't for the fact that the ape man is outlined and clearly the ape man. This is the best scare of the episode coming up. I love the pool room scare. One of the most effective jump scares. Just because of how long it takes. And the camera movement coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. Oof, gave me chills. Unfortunately, that happens. It's one of my favorite moments in the original Scooby-Doo series. It's very nice. This episode isn't as bad as it's made out to be. It's just that the villain design itself is just so lackluster that I can't help but feel that it brings the entire episode down. Like, instead of the ape man, well, you'd need something that could work with the pool room scare. Hmm. Wait, did she lose her glasses, but then she had her glasses on in the next shot? Sorry, I don't remember this episode by heart. I don't watch it too often. Thank you for that drum hit. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of tell, don't show. Very radio play. Oh, sorry, kids. Radio is the thing that cars sometimes have. Now they all have it. I'm not going to joke that radio doesn't exist, because it very much does. I enjoy me some radio if, you ignore all the bad parts. Yeah, they just built the hotel. I mean, the set over the Ape Man cave. Maybe there's caves at the bottom of those cliffs that allow them to come up to this entrance over by the trailers. They do a lot of playing around with the fact that it's obviously a costume. I like that part too, how they managed to catch him in the act before the end. And it's just obviously Carl the stuntman. Did Shaggy really need to fall down there? Not really. It's funnier that he did. Very slightly. Oh god, his running animation is terrible. He didn't press the button, he pressed above the button. Oh, that's sad. A lousy trap too, he just bumped into a bunch of shit. I do like how they reveal it with the picture. The lead? You mean the girl, Candy Mint? Hmm. 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 Also, since he's the ape man, doesn't he technically play the lead? The lead villain, at least? This ending bit is funny, too. Yeah, one of the bits paid off. Yeah. You know what? I've always thought of this episode as a lesser effort. But after rewatching it again, it's actually one of the better ones of this series so far. Of course, the early ones weren't the best. So I have some of the better ones yet to come. Like my favorite, which is coming up soon. Alright, that's it for Never Ape and Ape Man. I like it. Next up, looks like we got Foul Play in Funland. Let's see. Gotta change the title. Is that one word? I guess so. God, that looks fucking stupid. Alright, I'll give some time to catch up. Give you people an opportunity to get your own copy set up. Ooh, I'm feeling all snuggly bug. Is that right, Mr. Bubbalo? Yes. Okay. Uh, and I did get a cord for my mic today, but it was not enough because I still needed a power cord, which I completely forgot about, and also the stand is yet to come in the mail. So I'd say I won't be getting that set up for a good few days at least, but it should be pretty good when I finally get it up there. I just had to pick a weird version. Well, that's just because I like the mint color, the mint green. I intend to have it be my color. As you can see, that's the color of the voice-o-vision over there. So anyhow, on to Foul Play in Funland. It's foul. Next episode. Alright. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1. That was significantly off. A couple milliseconds, it's ruined. Ooh, nice sunset. Oh, this is another one where they don't start off with a villain. I think it works off better here, because they don't show the villain right away anyways. And the thing in the chiller that is pretty scary. Well, actually, they don't even have a chiller in this episode. Clam dog it just has to be a euphemism. That was a non sequitur. I love clams. Don't you wish you could go to the amusement park? Yeah, the chiller is out of. No, no, that's the inciting incident, is where they see Funland is open. I'm glad they can get that level of detail from that distance. Oh, there he is. That was like a coupon shot, really. Here's your monster. You get ready. Velma is a rapscallion. Oh my god, they got set up already. Something's off with Daphne in that shot. What is it? Yeah, her headband was green in the last shot. What an awful prize. He also only put one coin on the fucking table. Oh no, we're being charged. The place is haunted. I'm wondering if the speed walking would have been the better introduction. Because he's off in the distance. You can't really get a good picture of him in your head. Or even in your eyes. They're all so stupid. There he goes. Oh yeah, this is only a couple months after they landed on the moon, so they don't know shit about Mars. Ah, yeah, I like the parts where they're doing some mundane shit, and then the villain, who we do see before this, shows up to jump scare them. I think it makes sense. They're distracted with their other activities, having fun, doing shit, playing pool, and then the villain is like, "Uh-oh, motherfucker, I'm just gonna stand behind you until you notice me." It'd be funny if there's a whole episode about that. How they're all just playing like a magnificent game the entire episode, and as soon as they notice the villain, the episode is over. That's more of a shitpost idea than it is a real one. Something for Fred to do? Unrealistic. I think that's a great place for the is it the act break? Yes, it's the act break and also the commercial break. Old Man Jenkins? That's the second time he said that. God damn. They're getting gaslit by these fuckers. And we don't have a home. Shaggy is like, what am I doing here? This is my life. His nose is huge. I wonder why the lights turned off in the first place. And now it's fucked up. Huh. Charlie was doing pretty good before. But now everything is fucked up. You really wonder if something happened on that merry-go-round. Or if the... They're a lot more proactive in chasing the villains in these earlier ones, huh? I suppose it's only natural. They hate animating people talking while they're running. Especially Scooby. I don't love him. That probably would have been a better line, to be honest. That straight on shot was pretty scary. It's very strange. Some people have called this a scary episode, but I can't really call Charlie a scary villain. There's some scary things about it, for sure. Yeah, that's some good character writing there. Thanks, 60s. His neck gets longer in every shot. It's gonna turn into a giraffe by the end of the episode. I'd hate to see the modern equivalent of one of those strength tester machines, because it's gonna have like Femboy at the bottom, and like Alpha Sigma, Delta, Schmelta Fart at the top. Only Sigma males can solve this challenge. God, I swear that fucking... Is that a cork or something? It disappeared between shots. Robots make wee-woo noises. Halfway through the episode, not really a twist. We're just sort of halfway through the shenanigans. Oh yeah, and that's what also I never really liked watching this episode because eh, eh, I can't really explain why in too great a detail. Because I've just been suggested to review these episodes, so when I put pen to paper, I'll probably come up with more ideas. But as I'm watching it now, this chase in the middle lasts way too long. They also don't know what to call the villain for most of the episode. He could be dead. They never show us the crate he hits, do they? No. Oh god. God, we're in fucking Krakow vision. Watch out, everybody. Film is on the fucking loose. Holy shit. Oh, the direction, the camera. It's beautiful. Okay, now that they've run into the villain, it's all sort of... Nope, nope. We're back to crazy vision. Wait, a train? I assume the train is from the carnival. Yeah, that looks too stupid to be practical. Yeah, it is from the carnival. Okay, good. I was wondering what train would go through a seaside carnival on a beach. What purpose would that serve? Cotton candy is the ultimate insulator. Enemy of electricity. They're not making girls do this. This is man's work. Amusing little interaction there. Not animated well enough to be completely funny, but it was well written enough. There's a big disconnect between what we see and what is on paper. Holy shit, that woman has big tits. The fastest I've reacted all night. Scooby Dumb is dead. Before he even had a chance to live. Cut that out. I'm not fucking using that. It took him that long to realize that he's not a fucking human. Electric magnet. It's such a large magnet. What function did snipping the wire serve? Because he would have been destroyed or caught either way. I like how she cut an electric wire with all metal shears. Kids do need humans. I never thought about that. This is the biggest idiot in the fucking seven seas. Uh, why the fuck is there a volcano island in the background? Where the fuck are they? That episode was okay, I guess. I think it's probably overrated, but I don't know why. It's not particularly good in any area. Perhaps it's just memorable or was on a VHS tape with some other important Scooby-Doo media, like how the Scooby-Doo Christmas had that Scrappy-Doo episode with the Nutcracker and the one Scooby's Swiss Miss, or was it? It had like a saber-toothed tiger thing. Anyhow, that's it for episode 8, Foul Play in Funland. We're now on episode 9. Ooh, my favorite episode. Uh, what's it called? Get to see the Backstage Rage. Ah, yes, it's my favorite episode. What the fuck is it called? Alright, season 1, episode 9, The Backstage Rage. My friend watched this episode with me a while back, and she quote unquote said, wow, that actually had like build up and, you know, tension. She literally said that. It was definitely not me doing a bit and forgetting what she said. She literally said word for word what I just said. Said, said. That word is meaningless now. Good luck. Good luck saying anything now that you have no idea what you've just said. Okay. You should have had enough time by now. If not, you're done. You're dumb. You're screwed. Goodbye. Alright. 3, 2, 1. The Backstage Rage. I think this episode has a perfect structure as well. The chiller again involves the gang only, with no sign of the villain, so the villain is not necessary in the opening. You can notice the Foley artists are different from the voice actors. Just because Shaggy's sniffs and tongue sounded nothing like each other. The pizza got way smaller in that shot. And now it's back up to its original size. And now it's small again. Hmm. A rock in the road. I don't know if that really would have caused it. I feel like a pothole would have been more realistic. Looks like he's trying to saw the forearm off. It would have been really funny if he didn't have enough change for that phone booth. They're like, where are we going to get the money? And they're holding millions of dollars, but it's in paper bills. It would have fucked up the episode's pacing, though, so I'm glad they didn't do that. Ah, fuck. I was gonna ask why you put down the violin case, but then I remembered he's a fucking four-legged animal. Why didn't you just carry it over? Was she stupid? Yes, he is stupid. He is Scoober to do. Stupid and flawed characters are how stories get made, folks. Also, where did the gang get called from? So, like, did they call his house? Or did they call the pizza place they were at? That's how you knew it was a girl. Daphne looks so uninterested. She could not give a fuck today. Now she's surprised, though. And also, I should note that Daphne does find a lot of the clues in these earlier episodes. So I would consider her to be the eyes of the group. Because she did find this puppet control. She found in the first episode, the thing that told them to take the Black Knight to the museum. She does find a lot, but I can't think of any in this episode. I also like that they deduce the crime before they figure out who did it. Because that does make sense. That window is awfully large for a back door. I guess it could be the front door. I believe the name of the theater is the Strand Theater, not Pietro's Puppets or whatever. Ah, yes. This is also the only suspect of the episode, so it's obviously him. That's another thing holding this episode back, as the typical Scooby-Doo problem and the Scooby-Doo meme of having one suspect. Oh, and oh, what do you know? It's the villain. That does get subverted a lot, but this is particularly noticeable. But it's nice to see him, the uh, the fun side of the villains. 'Cause they're not all going to be like the scary butler. Oh my god, the scary butler was also the scary doorman and other things like that. No, it's the friendly doorman who was the villain. A nice juxtaposition. Because everyone was something to hide. It's often wearing a mask of the opposite color of of the mask they usually wear. Of course, he's not completely unsuspicious. Background ain't moving. Now it is. Don't change the subject, friend. You owe me. Don't change the subject, Fred. You owe me a donut. Flubbed my line. Oh well. Them leaving the theater isn't the scariest thing to happen. But now we get into the actual scary part of the episode. Aside from the whole tone so far being a bit spooky. That is the loudest hat falling sound for a cloth hat. Also, this doesn't make any sense. What do you think he can see out of that puppet's eyes? Get the fuck out of here. And there are a lot of fake villains too, because there was the stuffed ape man, and this time there's the puppet of the puppet master. Like everything they say is expositional dialogue. It's rather noteworthy. Maybe that's why it's hard to get into this show if you're not prepared. But if you're listening to this show in the background, it's really good. Like I often just leave them on in the background. And since I have them memorized, I know what's going on the screen. So maybe that's another reason why I like this show. Yeah, and he just fucks with them from the rafters like a real puppeteer would before getting involved later. Velma is not doing anything. She's doing her standing in one location, looking in one direction. Fucking play. Like, what is her deal? Yeah, ropes really do have stable mental conditions. Yeah, it's not my best joke. Alright, this is the scariest scene in any of these old episodes. It's very similar to the pool jump scare. And it also involves them fucking around with some sort of nonsense in a room first. So they establish the villain early on. Yeah, he comes out of the closet. Good for him. But then they go in here and fuck around with costumes and this stupid Jack-in-the-Box. What is that noise, by the way? So they're trying to make you forget, basically, that there is in fact a point to the scene and that the villain is going to show up. This is the most well crafted because it takes so long for the scare to happen. We got the fake out jump scare with the Jack in the Box, and you're like, ah ha ha, they got me. It's a stupid Jack in the Box. No one is scared of those except children and babies. Only babies. Children aren't scared of those. Well, maybe some children are. Scary Faces is more alright. All red uniform. That's a pretty sus mask. I'll give it. Alright, here we are. Unknowingly puts on the villain's costume because no one has seen it at this point. But then. And he's gone. Masterful stuff. And it's not even an audience jump scare like they do sometimes in modern horror movies where the villain only shows up for 1 second and only the audience notices. No, Scooby actually notices him. And that would be absolutely terrifying. As if you just looked over in the corner of your room and you're like, oh fuck, there's a guy over there. And you're like, hey, there's a guy. Wait, where the fuck did he go? And now he starts fucking with them. He's been fucking with them the whole time. And being a puppet master, he doesn't really try to kill them. You know, he doesn't go up and try to slash them with a knife. No. He spooks them around, he laughs in a fucking prompter's box. Oh my god, they animated his jowls. Oh yeah, this is pretty dickish from Daphne. But honestly, Scooby-Doo is a dog. He doesn't have any fucking rights. He has more rights than some people in the America at this time, but you know what? I'm gonna end that there. I don't care. That's a stupid joke. It was the 60s. It was probably true. Why are there violin cases at a puppet theater? I believe the puppet show in the theater, I've just contradicted myself. And they actually do explain how he gets back up on the stage, because they go through that route themselves later. Pretty cool. He fades out with the fade out of the camera, which is neat. This episode would be called Phantom of the Puppet Theater if they wanted it to be not scary. But the backstage rage is very nice. God, that dog grew 3 sizes this day. Oh yeah, we're in the third act twist already. I can just see from the timestamp down there. 14 and a half minutes in. Timely reference. Ugh. Yeah, she took it out, but the plate didn't come out in the shot because the animators thought it was, a $20 bill. They don't have this script. Oh god, yeah, this is scary too. Oh yeah, they lock him in because they need to do this to steal the engraving plate. Fred sounds appropriately and sufficiently startled at this point. Like he's actually pretty scared, but he's covering it up with his bravado. Poor boy. How can he view that from the place he's standing? Anyhow, this is how he got back up on stage. Well, maybe they do have multiple engraving plates, but I doubt they'd all be stored in a dog. Alright, they finally, confront him at this point, which is fine. Because he's not an intimidating villain in the physical sense. He's just some fucker in a hat. But he is sufficiently scary. He's done a lot of fucky things over the episode. Behind you, dumbass. How do they do that when they're standing on a ladder? Where are they standing right now? Oh yeah, now they can recontextualize these now that they've seen that. And then they learn to overcome their fear. They learn that it's all just an illusion. And once they learn that, they can finally defeat the villain. It's just like Dementia 5. And the way they catch the villain is appropriately quick, since he is kind of a shit old man. How many ladders are in that catwalk? Death. The drum's surface was already punctured when he fell onto it. Anyhow, I like pointing out things, problems with things I like. God, their police force has the oldest fucking police cars. Those are 40s level. Jesus. Sort of a weak ending joke, but they didn't really have time because they spent it all on pacing and tension. What a fools. Alright, that's it. That's my favorite episode of the original show. I sufficiently enjoy it. It is quite spooky. It has the best spooky moment. But in that sense, it is not scary. It is only spooky. And I think that's the point. Scooby Doo isn't really scary. It's hokey. It's spooky. It's got themes of scary things. Some scary stuff happens, but it's not a scary show. It's mainly focused around comedy and mystery, which I think serves it well in the fact that it has a limited budget. because it takes a lot of money to make animations scary, I suppose. It takes a lot less money to make live action scary, because a lot of the best horror movies of all time are all relatively low budget. Anyhow, that's the end of the episode. I'm going to take a brief break, and when I come back, we're going to watch... I better set that up first. What's up next? Episode 9. Oh, did I just not... I didn't change the episode number for fucking... Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, which one are we on then? We're actually on episode 10. God damn it. Well, hopefully... hopefully the goddess of Scooby-Doo can forgive me. Bedlam at the Big Top. Alright, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Welcome, welcome. We're on episode 10, Bedlam at the Big Top. So, I'll let you get your copies ready if you need to. That should only take a minute or so. Now this one coming up, I feel it gets a reputation for being scary, but that's mainly because of clowns. Now clowns are a meme in and of themselves, but I think this episode suffers from an overabundance of clowns. Because while the things the ghost clown does are rather scary, I think he shows up way too often to be considered, you know, that scary. He's definitely above average though, so I'll give him that. Well, let's judge for ourselves. Won't we? Alright, episode 10, Bedlam at the Big Top in 3, 2, 1. I was wondering if they had the numbers on the title cards. They do not. They have the date of copyright. Appropriate chiller here. There he is, just fucking standing over the circus like a fucker. I'm glad he doesn't laugh. He just sort of looks like an asshole. Alright. God damn it. It's such a ridiculous image. The Mystery Machine's dashboard is fucking green. Huh. You don't get to see it that often, but I feel like they just lays out and it's usually gray. How did that even happen? He flew. Why does he look like a leprechaun? Ow. It was an okay catch. Let's not give him too much credit here. Hmm. What, do they bring a fucking blowtorch with them? How are they gonna fix it? A jinx at the Sphinx, perhaps. No, wait, that's a pyramid. Whoops. Oh, that's when he laughs. He's just been standing by the ghost clown tree. That's what happens when you don't remove the leaves. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, the little man is dressed exactly the same as the ringmaster. And I think has the same voice, but sped up. I think this one also has a rigid structure as well. Eh. How does he know it's a ghost clown? If he hasn't seen it, you know? Has anybody seen the ghost clown? Is it just like a superstitious thing? Oh, God. And of course, here we have the main theme of the episode, Hypno. Ugh. Are these horse-drawn circus carts? The gears in my mind are not oiled particularly well, and it takes me a while to find the right words. Another disconnect between voice and animation. It didn't really doesn't really seem like they actually care. Can no one see the ghost clown over there? Oh my god, she's grabbing in between the bars. I don't think that trampoline looked like that much of a rectangle in the bottom. In the other angle, you know? It looked more like a square. Yeah, look at that. Riddle me this, why was Shaggy standing on the trampoline? Oh, so this bit could occur, sorry. Ooh, I should think before I speak. Oh, this goes on for way too long. Oh, God. Ow. What the hell? Uh-oh. They should add Ghost Clown into the next Bloons Tower Defense. What is that ladder attached to? Oh, God. The sequences in this take a really long time. Is it building tension or is it filler? Hmm. Is it pacing or is it just being lazy? These are the questions we must ask ourselves in life. Okay, this is the first anyone actually sees the ghost clown. Poor Daphne, you brought this on yourself. I mean, you didn't. You didn't have to come to the circus at all. It was all those fucking weirdos you live with stewing. Actually, they left the circus. Ugh. Now for the creepiest part of the episode, I suppose. They forgot to color on his mouth here. It's very distracting. I can only see flaws now. That's because I like it, and I'm looking for ways in which I can improve it, I suppose. There she goes. Wow. What stupid idiot can't even fucking ride a bicycle? Looks directly at camera. Sorry, that's an inside joke. I know someone who can't ride a bike. Ain't that funny? I mean, let's not call them out any more than they need to. God, she's thin as a fucking rail. What did that what did that accomplish, Shaggy? Oh, that's funny. They caught the villain in that the exact same way they got hit just then. It's a fun little detail. Am I supposed to be scared or laughing at this? I guess I'm supposed to be laughing. God, this is going on for a while. They have. Eh, I like how rigidly that unicycle lines rides along the lines. Oh, and they just flipped the animation. Wow, that's fucked up. Never mind. Remember when I said that this episode has a good structure? I fucking lied. The intro is very structured, but the middle of the episode is just like two things that happen. That's a good question. I think she left off a word in that. Oh my god, that was such a fucking delay between Scooby talking and Fred. Uh, oh, ho, ho! Holy shit, that's a real reaction. Hmm. Yeah, this is really early on in the episode, so obviously it fails, but I like the little play on the formula this early on. God, his eyes are shaking back and forth like I can do. Hmm. So that's the Act 3 twist, eh? Okay. Oh my god, Simba. Simba? Kimba? Suspicious. When the fuck was Kimba, anyways? 66, I think? So yeah, so this obviously ripped off of Kimba. Simba definitely isn't the word for lion in Swahili. Oh my god. Repeated animation. This has to be the lowest budget episode so far. I guess they had to draw a lot of new frames. So maybe it's the same amount, but still. They just hold on things for way too long. That lion is not moving. It doesn't give a single fuck. Oh god, that took forever. It was only like a minute and a half, but it felt like forever. God, this guy must have been a nightmare to animate, because he has like 3 different shades of red on his body. As evidenced by that earlier scene where they forgot to color his lips. He has pink, dark red, and light red. God, what a fucking shitty color palette. I like how he pulls this out of his ass at the very end. He tilted that one on it's just an angle, I guess. They didn't even get their fucking sandwich. What bastards. They risked life and limb for this. It's like the coin is magnetic and they're just fillings in their mouth are drawing them towards it. Thanks for the rhymes. This is important in all hypno sessions. He gamed himself. He was too good. Poor bastard. Where did they get the lead? Oh, that's right. Figure it out yourself, Velma. This is a good way for the episode to end, at least. But also, they didn't really have a suspect. This is one of the few zero suspect cases. I guess you have the 2 at the beginning, but they're not really suspects. None of them have the body type for it. Not that that matters, since they already pulled that shit with the minor 49er. Hooray, they saved the circus. Just what everybody wanted. I feel like this happens in every single circus episode of Scooby-Doo, where they just get their own act, because they're silly fuckers. I think he's Samson regardless, Vilma. It's on his birth certificate and everything. Unless his name is like Horace. Horse manure. Who fucking made that Scooby-Doo balloon? And also, I think Shaggy and Scooby are lighter than that barbell would have been if that would have just been, I don't know, iron or something. Well, yeah, that's that episode. Upon rewatching it, yeah, it seems that I was correct, but not in the fact that the ghost clown shows up, because he shows out an appropriate amount. It's just the fact that the bits go on way too long. It feels very long and drawn out, like nothing is happening, because nothing is happening. It is as it appears to be on the screen. Anyhow, that's enough for that. We're gonna jump right into the next episode, because I can't fucking stand Big Trouble in the Big Trap. In the Big Trap. In the Big Trap. Mm-mm. 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 Mm. Okay. Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts is next. I'll give you a chance to get it. Is it a gaggle? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's gonna be off center, I think. Yeah, it is. Oh, well, at least the top line is centered. If you're watching my stream for the centered title on the top of the screen, I think you're in the wrong place. Because you're supposed to be watching Scooby Doo, or I guess just listen to me in the background. Either way, you're not going to be looking at that. Alright, let's get ready. Let's get going. Let's get fucking rhyming and timing. 3, 2, 1. Doom, doom. Oh, I should note for anyone watching, because I didn't say it, but I did say it in the first one, that none of my copies of the episode have the intro song on them. So I'm about a minute or half a minute ahead. I don't remember how long the intro song is. I know, it's fairly standard chiller. I never really liked the werewolf in this episode, though. I always liked the Dracula better than the werewolf. That's ridiculous. You'd have to watch an episode of Scooby Doo to find a werewolf living in Transylvania. His ears go outside the mystery machine. I don't think they showed a single mountain. What is with the back of Fred? Oh, is part of his ass got sticking out? I've never noticed that before. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because it's not tied around his shirt, it's tied around his neck. So what is that? How would she know that? Yeah, I know, and this is never explained either. Random lightning and thunder simultaneously. You stop that. Although the Dracula does look very stupid. Daphne is so. Oh god. Daphne is dumb. Let's be real. Oh god, how did he do the quick change? Oh, spoilers, there's only one culprit in this again. And also, how did he arrive at the castle before the kids? Hmm, very strange. That alligator is my favorite character. And now the werewolf is back. Jesus Christ, there's so many. You know, at least the gang runs into all three immediately. So they know that there's multiple villains afoot. Holy shit, he swallowed a stone. I always wonder the time logistics of this. When do they have time to do these changes? Oh, we're gonna see the ventriloquism bit again. Its second appearance in, oh my god, it's been 11 episodes. Oh my god. God, they're so violent. Why can't they be nice monsters? They explain how the bat works, but they don't explain how they vanish. Ow. Walks head first into the fire. Oh my god. The slang. Oh, I love these stupid things that make no sense. Who would fucking package fried moonbeams? It's locked. Shows the next scene where it's open. Oh my god. feel like the scene was cut down good. I like that sound. John Stevenson's oh, is always nice to hear. Oh yeah, Daphne's been missing this whole time. You know what? You don't notice, really, that she's gone, which is a bad thing. Like, you'd notice if Shaggy was gone. Who the hell is in the Iron Maiden? Oh yeah, that's right, Dracula. He just stores them in his fucking left pocket. Guess where else would he keep them? I feel like it's a dangerous place to leave them. Didn't she get chased by the monster? Also, that's a good cut to commercial because you have some tension there with the Dracula being there, ready to push him in, presumably. Good quick thinking there from Scoob. Unfortunately, they forgot that it's the same piece of rope he's holding as Shaggy's. It's so silly. He's so defiant of reality. That silly Dracula. Aren't Iron Maidens fake? I feel like that's true. A lot of torture devices have just been invented in like the 19th century as like tourist attractions or whatever. Because people were really, really dumb back then, as opposed to now when they're also really, really dumb. What else is new? I feel like that's where Velma usually finds Daphne. Except she wasn't lost. He also wasn't discovered in 1668. 1920s, I believe. So how that weirdo knew about King Tut is quite telling. Maybe he uncovered no wait, no, wasn't the deal with King Tut's tomb that it was not ransacked? I don't remember. I mean, it had a bunch of shit in it, so maybe. They are always looking for ways to get back at the ghosts, which is realistic, I feel. You know what's not realistic? Life-size, just paper mache molds. Ah, welcome back, me. And welcome back, you. Next up, we're watching Scooby-Doo and The Mummy 2. Oh god, we've already been streaming for longer than the last one was. Whereas I've had a couple BRBs on this one. I don't think I had any on the last one. I did just Iron Man'd it. That's fine. You get interrupted. It's holiday weekend, so that's why the schedule got thrown off, and I forgot about that. I honestly didn't know until today, so... Oh well. This next one gets a lot of praise, and I think it's alright, but I've never particularly thought of it as one of the best episodes. It's definitely one of the better ones, though. It's got an alright mystery, but it's another case of the monster just showing up way too much. The mummy is not scary. He's the creepy coin collector. Ugh. Okay. What am I fucking looking at? Alright. Back to business. Let's get going. Let's get ready to go in 3, 2, 1. It's in the white font this time. It wasn't yellow, I thought. Relatively brief chiller. It's just the outside looking real ominous. I hate it when characters laugh. I just don't think it's real. It's not funny. Yeah, I think all my humor is deadpan anyways. Standard Scooby fucking around with something while the exposition plays intro. Although the exposition coming so early is rather strange. They're just allowed to touch things? That goes against the rules. Oh, my favorite part of the episode is coming up, where Shaggy stiffs him 50 cents. That poor sandwich driver. Alright, here's the victim in question. They do get that good strawberry ice cream. That seems to be their default, because they're all pink. The malt in the other one, in the Funland episode, was also pink. And I don't blame them, because strawberry is a good flavor. Alright, pay attention. Yeah, they never show them giving the extra 50 cents. So they got a 33% discount on their sandwiches. All because the guy was tricked. What a fucking idiot. Also, he's stone, and his book is stone, as was foretold in the legend. Fucking Velma. She's so ridiculous in these early ones. Because she suggests. She's like the anti modern Velma. Because modern Velma is always like, no, it's obviously not the. It's not the mummy. The mummy isn't real. I would never think the mummy is real. Mummies are fake. Mummies are dead. Yeah, fuck you, modern Velma. I honestly don't know which modern Velma I am referring to. Because I haven't seen the show Velma. That's the one I was referring to is the one from the modern movies, and I hate that bitch. One of these old ones, she's like, my conclusion is a ghost did this. Yep, that's the only explanation. Poor mummy hiding in the closet and stuck in there for thousands of years. Poor bastard. No, his name is Anka, not Zoinks. It's really hard to make a mummy intimidating, I'll give them that. He does make rather silly noises. Oh, sorry, I was watching some bullshit. AKA Scooby Doo. Ah, yes, the classic Scooby 3. The three shell Scooby routine, I should call it? Hmm. Yeah, it's a suitable enough name. I wish I could do these during the day, but I'm a nocturnal person. I mainly just want to stream with someone I actually talk to. But I feel that might distract from the commentary. But I'm already distracted, so what's the difference? Oh man, that mummy is so fast. Shoo! Get out of here! Holy shit, old Velma's fucking weird. Shoo! Stop that! Oh, it's the mummy. She's such a weirdo. I love her. Like, I'm gonna punch you. I feel like you could just walk around him. This bit goes on for too long. Ow. Is he saying Nagasaki? What the fuck? Ow. Dances out of the room. They have such misplaced priorities. I love it. When did he get so much room between them? Is that a fucking concrete floor he just put nails into? Dang, he's stronger than I thought. I do like this scene. Mummies are known for their big feet. It's part of their lore. They're like Bigfoot. What? Oh, the science lab. I'm nervous now. Mmm. Food. Did I change the title again? I feel like I forgot. Yeah, I did. At least I remembered halfway through the fucking episode. What floor are they on? I do like the misdirections in this episode. I mean, they don't solve the stone issue until just now. If only they didn't show that pile before. It should have existed, theoretically, but whatever. We won't hold that past them. This really is sad. Top 10 most emotional moments in Scooby-Doo. You know, this would probably be on there, honestly. If some weirdo made that list. Film is kind of dumb. Hmm. Don't laugh, Scooby. It didn't deserve a laugh. It's a mildly amusing joke. It's not funny, though. That's also a good line. I do. Yeah, that's the problem. This is like on the level as the Ape Man episode, I think, where the villain kind of sucks, but I like the episode around him. Ah, yes, the power saw. One of the most ridiculous bits of the 20th century. He just throws it down, hoping to electrocute them, but unfortunately, it's too well insulated. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this episode's pretty funny. It has some scary moments, too. The mystery isn't really expounded too much upon, though. Hmm. Yeah, I suppose that's the consequence of having clues on how things were done, is you have less clues to see what their motives might be. I think this will be the last episode I do. I just am quite tired, and 6 episodes is a fine place to stop, even though I only really did 5.5. Oh god, not the bricklaying bit. Oh my god. It's such a stupid bit. I love it. How did he get it built so fast? Oh my. Oh my. They don't give a shit. Yeah, I guess. Since the brick wall was right there. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Is they look so stupid when they're running. I can't take them seriously. Look at his silly little jaunt. Oh my god. God damn it. Shaggy, you let the mummy in again. What? They hit a pommel horse that launches them onto a trampoline. And then Scooby kangaroo kicks the mummy into the basketball hoop. Bam! Dr. Najib. I have rather basic motivation too. Just money. Meh. It's fine. It's serviceable. Shouldn't they be wearing gloves? He's just been sitting in the corner. Why is Fred have his arms around the professor and Daphne? As if they're equivalent characters. What a fucking strange ending. Okay, I'm gonna start a new tradition here, in which I have to rank the 6 episodes I just watched. And because... Let's see here, which ones did I watch even? Ooh, sitting in the chair all this time. Let's see, let's look in the folder. I, of course, watched Never Ape and Ape Man, Foul Play in Funland, The Backstage Rage, Bedlam at the Big Top, Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts, and Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2. Let's pull up a notepad, I guess. I'll switch to writing. There we go. Close enough. Let's get to the normal ass thing there. Okay. So, let's see. Worst to best. Let me just write them all down so I can rank them. Okay. So this is going to take some thought, because I obviously know my favorite. Number 1 out of this span is obviously The Backstage Rage. I love that episode. Hold on. Tabs, so it's over here. But picking a worst and everything below that is the more tricky part. I don't like... Okay, I'll just put them in the category. Not like... Well, I basically didn't like the rest of these. They're fine. I did like parts of them, and I have given them some compliments. Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2 has a terrible villain. So does Never Ape and Ape Man. I think I have to rate Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2 above Never Ape and Ape Man. That's a guarantee. But are they better than the rest of these? I don't really have much to say on A Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts. It's quite strange. Because I didn't commentate over most of it. That's just because I got interrupted. That's no fault of my own, but I also don't really like it that much as an episode. Because it has 3 villains, it only has time to develop each villain a third of the time. Unless there is an exorbitant amount of villain action in that episode. Which means it just boils down into a lot of chasing. I'm just gonna give it to that. My mind is going to change by tomorrow. I can already tell. But that's going to be the worst one. After that, I'm gonna have to give it to no, because I kind of like Never Ape and Ape. No, fuck Never Ape and Ape Man. Oh God, is it the next worst though? Is the real question, because I don't think it is. Oh, the next worst is Bedlam at the Big Top. That actually might be the worst now that I think about it. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Yes. Yes, it is, because the bits go on way too long. Okay, I've decided it. Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts 5, Bedlam at the Big Top 6. Now 4, 3, and 2. Doesn't matter too much. Except I know that Never Ape and Ape Man is either going to be 4 or 3, because it can't be 2. Well, do I like it more than Foul Play in Funland? Yes. Yes, I do. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Foul Play in Funlands. Charlie just wanders around the park as much, and there's not really a good reason given as to why he just fucked up and started running things. You know, it's said that Sarah did it, but he was doing fine at the beginning part of the episode. He just sort of gradually broke down, but he had a major drop off after the lights went off and he got down from out of the Ferris wheel, which I don't know how he did, and I have no explanation for why the lights went off. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Foul Play in Funland. That's 4. Okay, Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2 is better than Never Ape and Ape Man, so Scooby-Doo and a Mummy 2 is 3. You know, and is 2, and Never Ape and Ape Man is 3, which is very strange because most people rank that one rather low. Well, that's just because the Ape Man himself, but I like how spooky that one is. It's a very tense episode, despite the fact that the villain sucks monkey fuck. So surprise, surprise, the episode I called overrated gets second best of this section. Oh, and I could probably rate the first 6 episodes I did, aka the first 6 episodes of the show as well. What a night for a night. Is Clifford Scooby-Doo second, or is Hassle in the Castle second? I own all these, by the way. My DVDs are sitting over there. I have way too many Scooby-Doo DVDs. They just start piling up if you don't, clean them up after a while. The Castle. A clue for Scooby-Doo. Yeah, he doesn't have the dash. That's right. Here's a fun fact you might not have noticed. Scooby-Doo? Okay, let's look it up. Typically, Scooby-Doo Where Are You is portrayed with a dash, which is incorrect because although the Scooby-Doo franchise eventually adopted the dash in later episodes and later series, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, as you can see by the font, has no dash right here. And also every episode, hold on, what did it say? Let's say on these episodes, they probably have it incorrect. A clue for Scooby-Doo? Yes, this dash should not be here because that is not the title. Oh, the dash should not be here either. I named it as well. As you can see, no dash. Scooby-Doo did not get a dash until the new Scooby-Doo movies, which is here. Ghastly Ghost Town. Where the fuck does that go? Oh, it's the first one, obviously. As you can see, Dash miraculously showed up in 1972. Now that we have that out of the way, clue for Scooby-Doo, mind your own business. And what the hex is going on? This one is rather easy. The worst one is mind your own business, as I find that episode is boring and offensive, with a bad structure and an alright twist, I guess, but it's structured so fucking weird. I always of these, my favorite one is probably a clue for Scooby-Doo, as that one has the best mystery. The villain is superior. Captain Cutler's ghost has a very good presence about him. His music that plays, that sound effect that shows up, it's all quite interesting. And him not showing up for a lot of the parts, plus he's very good. He's the first villain that actively attempts to murder our protagonists. Okay, the rest of these are going to be a tricky business because I feel like I left one out. I did, because decoy for a dog napper is 6, not mind your own business. Mind your own business is probably 5, though. Is it? Is it 5? Yes, it is. Because Minor 49er doesn't do anything. He's one of the least active antagonists. He serves them spiderweb sarsaparilla, and that's about it. Next is either Hassle in the Castle or What the Heck is Going On, which means What a Night for a Night is the second best episode of that segment. However, which do I like more, Hassle in the Castle or What the Heck is Going On? Hassle in the Castle, I feel, is the better classic episode, whereas What the Heck is Going On is a more important episode, just for the fact that it's most of the intro, but the intro doesn't matter. It's that weird part where they just leave the mansion. This is like choosing favorite children, because I like Hassle in the Castle and What the Heck is Going On. They're about the same level for me. Mainly because their villains are not scary for their appearance. They're scary for what they are and what they can do. The Phantom in Hassle in the Castle is capable of walking straight through solid walls, and whenever they try to capture him, the one time, they just dive right through him. He has a great laugh, and he has a lot of stage magic. But I think what's setting Hassel in the Castle over what the heck is going on is the stupid ham sandwich bit, in which Shaggy complains that a ghost ham sandwich that just floated up to him doesn't have enough mustard, and then mustard floats down. That bit will always stay in my head, and also the which way did they go? They went that away. Well, thanks, man. It's alright. My voice isn't nearly raspy enough for that, but that's my opinion. So, Hassle in the Castle is 3, and What the Heck is Going On is 4. Disconcerting that the first 3 episodes are good, but the next 3 weren't as good. I suppose that's to be expected. You want to front load your show with the good episodes and not Decoy for a Dog Napper, for instance. So if we rearrange this into its proper format, aka the other one's going before that, means we get they're more erratic as they went on, with the good episodes only showing up every other one or so. Couple mid episodes in a row, but the real good ones would be sandwiched in between ones I did not particularly care for. And that's a shame. That's a real shame. Anyhow, next time when I do this, either on Thursday or Saturday, or perhaps even next Tuesday when I might have my new mic, we're going to watch Which is Which, a personal favorite of mine, for no particular reason.